Welcome back everybody, MC here with another video, and today I want to show you guys how to create a mimic farm in Terraria. I personally like to make mine in Hell, and to make a mimic farm you're going to need a mob farm, as you can see on your screen. And if you want to see how to make a mob farm specifically, I'll link you the video right here. But for now, the one thing you're going to need specifically for the mob farm for mimics is dart traps. And that is unique to this build. I'll show you how to put these on very quickly here, and it's very useful. So the first reason why you want to use dart traps is so that you can wake the mimics up when they're sleeping on the sides of the screen. Otherwise they won't aggro and come towards the mob farm. Make sure you put a hole on either side of the mob farm so that the lava from the lava slimes spills down into the other pools of lava in the area. And when you kill lava slimes in the actual mob farm, they're going to add to the lava too. Use a bucket to get rid of any excess lava that the magma slimes leave over. I'll show you about that in a moment. But for now, we're going to put down the dart trap. And obviously, we're going to use water candles to increase spawns of mimics. And we're also going to use the battle potion if we have them, or if you make them, for example. Now, to do the dart trap, you need to have it facing out so that it shoots away from your mob farm, and make sure you have a nice flat surface, a very long flat surface on either side of the mob farm, so that the darts travel all the way across and hit any of the mimics that are on either side. I use 3-second timers for this because the dart traps can't shoot any faster. But if you were to use platforms like you see here on your screen, you can put the 3-second timer onto the platform, and then next to it, of course, make another platform for the water candle to increase spawn. I put them the wrong way around here, so we're just going to switch these around. It's not that big of a deal. Anytime you make a mistake, you can always just go back to the video for reference and see if you can use it to fix your mistake. Now, as I said, you're going to put your dart trap and you're going to face it towards the other direction of the mob farm itself. And you're going to use the grand design to wire this up so that a dart will fire every 3 seconds. Be careful of your own darts as you travel through Hell. I'd recommend turning off these dart traps whenever you're not in the mob farm, because these dart traps can kill you while you're on the way to your own mob farm if you're not careful. Now, one thing we have a problem with here, and one reason why a lot of people don't do this in Hell, is the enemies are immune to fire damage. So they're not dying, as you can see, to the lava. So this isn't an AFK farm. You are going to have to pay attention, and you are going to have to kill these enemies using summons. I recommend the spider staff. The spider staff is very useful because you can aim it at enemies in most directions, and the spiders are very damaging, and they're very aggressive. Plus, if you have spider armor, you'll have multiple spiders too. Now, it takes very little input from you to do this farming. You just literally have to stand in your little panic box and wait for the mimics to spawn while killing all of the animals that are immune to lava. Be careful of the imps that can shoot through walls. If you're not paying attention, they will kill you, and they do a lot of damage, especially on master mode, so be very careful, as I say. And make sure, as I just killed one right there. And make sure you try and kill the lava slimes if you can outside of the mob farm. But if they do go into the mob farm, then you can always bail out the lava. And as I said, keep a bucket, an empty bucket with you at all times, so that you can bail out the lava. And I'll show you how to do that right now. One of the things is, if a demon comes with a doll and there's too much lava, the wall of flesh might spawn. And if you're unlucky as well, some of your items from the mimics will despawn from the lava or get burnt from the lava. So what you want to do is you want to obviously use an empty bucket and pour the lava over the side of your panic box. Now, the thing about this is, if you use the lava bucket on the lava, or if you use the bucket on the lava and no lava goes into the bucket, then there is not enough lava to pick up, and that is the right amount of lava you want to have for everything that we're doing here. Now, just to reiterate, because it's been a few moments since I've said it, The dart traps are going to wake up the mimics on the side of the map and the side of the spawn, for example, and they're going to come towards your mob farm. If you don't have the dart traps, they'll never wake up because they'll just stay there off the side of the screen and you won't be able to aggro them. You don't actually have to stay in the mob farm itself as well. You can, for example, go outside and shoot to the sides, or maybe go look for mimics while you're doing this. It's not necessarily an absolute requirement that you stay in your mob farm during this, but I like to do it from here and just use my summons to kill everything. It's a little bit of housekeeping as you go, but it's a lot easier than having to move back and forth, and you are pretty much guaranteed that you won't miss a mimic spawn. Speaking of missing mimic spawns, keep an eye on your screen for any mimics that might spawn underneath your mob farm. Some people actually fill in the entire area underneath the mob farm with lava. I don't go that far because it's not that important, but make sure you keep an eye out because mimics can actually spawn underneath and they can jump into the lava. Always have an obsidian skin potion with you ready so that you can get that in a panic and use it to go and fight the mimic and collect whatever it's going to drop, including its coins. Stay nice and close to it so that you pick up the item before it gets destroyed by the lava. It's happened to me a couple of times. And always try and hit any chests that you see around. They might actually be a mimic as well. A lot of people say that if you move around while you're in the panic box, you will actually end up creating more spawns. I'm not sure if that's true or not. You can actually let me know in the comment section if you want. So standing still is not recommended. They say you should move back and forth a little bit or move a little bit. There are tricks to make your character move or make the game think your character's moving at all times as well. And I never actually went over what the mimics drop. They're very important for some late game items. I'll show you in future videos what exactly they are. But in particular, you're going to be looking for the Philosopher's Stone, very useful. You're going to be looking for the cross necklace, and you're going to be looking for the cloak as well. Because, and the money, of course, you get so much gold from these mimics as well. But the items, especially in late game, are very useful. Even the dual hook can be useful in some cases, and just make sure you keep putting your money into your piggy bank as well, because you don't want to end up losing your money by dying and having to come all the way back down here. So that was it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you have any questions. I might have left some stuff out that I'm not sure of. So thank you very much one last time. I'll see you again in the next one. Keep mimicking, keep farming, and ta-ta!